Welcome back. So in today's video, I've got teacher Icke, brilliant, amazing teacher trainee. He is going to be interviewed today on today's video. I'm going to let him do the talking. Let me introduce teacher Icke. Hello Icke. Teacher Icke, thank you for joining for this interview. Can you tell me a little bit about the the teaching process?
When you say teaching process, what do you mean?
So, who are you? What do you do?
Okay.
Why have you embarked on this teaching journey?
Okay, so my name is Icke Mehdi, and the reason why I've always wanted to be a teacher is because I'm passionate about education. I grew up in a family of teachers. My mum was a teacher back in Nigeria. My aunties, my uncles were all teachers or principals of a school. And education has always been important. And on top of that, I've always been passionate about the creative industry. I've always seen myself as creative. Since I was a small child, I've always been like drawing. There'd be days when my dad will come home from work and he'll have a briefcase full of blank paper. And I'll go into his briefcase, take the blank paper, and then just drawing all these things. And one of the things that I always liked to draw was cars and things. And so I've always had a passion for being creative and things like that.
Okay, so when did you start your teaching qualification?
I started it this year, back in September, and it's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot about how to deliver lessons, planning, things like that, getting to know your students. And I think what's helped has been, working in a college like this, being in the classroom, supporting the students with their projects, and getting to see how other teachers work, and trying to apply that to your own teaching. So it has been a real good learning sort of like environment for learning, and try and get more experience. So I am enjoying it. The workload is a bit much, but I'm coping with it. And like I said, I'm enjoying it, and I know why. I know the benefits for this. So I'm just going to push through and try and cope with that. But yeah, it's very, very good.
Okay, in terms of delivering a lesson, how are you finding being in front of the class and delivering your lessons? Do you get nervous? How are you finding the students?
No, I find it really enjoyable. I find it quite exciting, and actually the students that I'm teaching at the moment are, some of them are quite are engaged, which is a good thing. Obviously, you have a few students that sort of like to sort of get distracted and things like that. But I do have strategies for them where I just go and sit down with them just to make sure that they're on track. So I'm enjoying it. I love being in the classroom. I love seeing the students engaging in sort of these like sort of creativity. It's one of my passions. I like to share that passion with the students, and I just find it really encouraging when I see that they are making that effort and trying to do their best. And I'm just here to help them along with that. So So
That sounds great. That sounds great. What will you be teaching them? Is it the creative subjects you'll be teaching them?
yes, because my background is in media, freelancer, where I did a few projects here and there with a few organisations, and where I was I was either hired to film, edit a video, or even design a storyboard. Because like 2 years ago I was part of a short film where I designed the storyboards and was holding the clapperboard, which I thought was quite enjoyable. Nearly trapped my finger on occasions. But
those things are sharp.
Yeah, but it was good fun, and yeah. So yeah.
Are you able to reveal the name of the short film?
I have to speak to the director for that.
Okay. It's a surprise.
Yeah.
We won't do any spoiler alerts here.
But like I said, it was a very good. It was very enjoyable. It was quite intense because we had to film. We had only I think about 3 or 4 days to film it, and it was quite long, tedious days. But it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay. In terms of the teacher workload, what do you find challenging?
At the moment, I'm coping with it well. But the thing that I'm a bit not necessarily anxious, but the thing that I'm constantly thinking of is when it comes to the marking, because I know that at the moment delivering the lessons is quite straightforward. I know going into the classroom I'm quite prepared. I go in there and instruct the students what to do. But then the thing that I'm really concerned about is when it comes to the marking, whether I'll have the time to do that marking on top of all the other things that I'm doing. So that is a bit of a concern for me at the moment, but hopefully with my mentors and things, and they'll sort of advise me on how to do that.
So it's about balancing the workload.
That's right.
Okay, brilliant. So what kind of advice can you give to future teachers?
Well, like I said, the first thing is to find your passion, and then share that passion with the students, because I think that will help you. People often think going into teaching is quite easy. They feel that it's almost like a sign of failure that you can't work in the industry, so you're going to go and teach. But teaching, I find, is a very, very tough job. You have to love it. You have to be passionate about it, and so once you find that passion, and if it's something that you want to sort of share with students and the rest, then go into it. But don't go into it thinking, because I've heard a few people saying, well, the reason why they want to go into teaching is because of the holidays. So
Holidays.
My advice is, if it's something that you are really passionate about, go into it, but find that subject that you're passionate about, that you want to sort of teach the students, because that's what will keep you going and sustained throughout the tough times.
Do you find that from the outside, people think teaching is an easy job to do?
I think attitudes are starting to change. I think in the back in the day, I think people, obviously you've got that saying of those that can't do teach. But I think attitudes are starting to change, where people are beginning to appreciate the value that teachers bring, and at times the tough situations that they find themselves in. It's, you know, like I said, it's not an easy job to come into a classroom and engage. You know,
especially during lockdown. Do you remember lockdown?
Yeah, definitely.
I think parents really appreciated it.
Exactly. You know, the amount of times I've heard parents say, I never knew this is what you guys go through. You know, I'm just trying to deal with one, but you have to deal with it. You know, like you have to deal with 18 of them, or you know, so many of them. So yeah, you know, so like I said, attitudes are starting to change.
Okay, brilliant. And what other advice can you give to your, you know, to the audience?
I think, like I said before, it's, you know, one thing, you know, if you want to get into teaching, or is to, you know, to try and enjoy it. You know, it can be stressful. Any job in this world can be stressful. You know, I want. There's times when I've wanted to work in the film industry, but I recognise in the film industry it's as tough, it's as stressful, you know, as any other job. So my advice again is to try and, you know, to try and enjoy it, you know, and it's a very enjoyable job. It's you get a lot of job rewards, and it's, you know, a job satisfaction to find that you've affected a young person's life, you know, in terms of the direction they want to take in life. So it is a very rewarding. And
how do you feel when a student finally gets it, the light bulb moment?
It's an amazing feeling, because, like I said, I've worked with so many students who at the beginning have shown, you know, that were sort of indecisive in what they wanted to do, not quite knowing, and, you know, trying things out. Not quite sure about the course, but then throughout the year you just see them, you know, growing and maturing, and, you know, by the end of it, they're very good.
Thank you, Teacher Icke, for coming on this interview. I really appreciate it, as do the viewers. And any questions you have, you can put it down on the comment section, and Teacher Icke will get back to you, or myself. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So I just want to say a special thank you to Teacher Icke for joining us for this interview. If you would like to see more videos like this, leave a comment on the comments below. Thank you for now, and don't forget to share this video. Thank you, and bye for now. See you in the next video.